15-person fight. Just all out, like, brawl. Defense on a steel dead rat.
I don't know how to, like, begin.
We don't have to do, like, hey guys, it's us. We can just start, I think. It's fine.
Okay.
That will be the intro. We were at a bar one time, and we were joking about how, like...
Oh my god.
We're
talking shit about the government. I don't know, we're getting deep into it.
Yeah.
About how, like, poor stay poor, you know, and there's no such thing as middle class.
Like,
and for low-income people, the food that we eat is, like, a lot shittier.
Oh, that's what it was, yeah. And then we had, like, maybe a drink or two too many, and we were getting loud. And we were like, and then they made us eat from the vending machine, and it vents out a steel dead rat.
We're gonna eat rat,
yeah.
bitch. Also, just in case it's not fucking obvious, we are the poor that we're talking about. So we were, like, being facetious with that.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go. I was gonna say what you were gonna say.
There's two girls that I grew up going to school with, and I guess I didn't, like, recognize what I was saying and, like, how it sounded with, like, somebody just coming into the conversation, because it sounds like...
It sounds like we're, like, making fun of them, like, being like, eat rats.
And it just sounded like we were ragging on poor people, when, like, obviously we were doing the opposite. These two girls, they come trying to, like, sit next to us. They sat down for, like, 2 fucking seconds, gave us the most, like, terrified stares. Yeah. And I out loud, like, I kind of realized it, and then out loud I was like, I hope people don't hear us randomly and, like, think that we're, like, being assholes. And no, they just ran the fuck away.
Yeah, they
traumatized.
They weren't into it.
Ducky, do you want to come say hi? Come here.
Ducky, come.
Ducky, up.
It smells
say
good.
Hi?
Oh.
She does not care. She just wants that cookie on the table. Yummy. So for my 21st birthday, we decided that we were going to go to a hotel for a few days.
We always go to this hotel. It's really pretty. It's like our go-to spot for birthdays and parties and stuff.
Yeah. This night in particular, me and my boyfriend at the time were gonna go out to, like, a nice birthday dinner, just us. Mm-hmm. And Jake and 2 of our friends at the time were going to go to...
It's just like a big DJ event. Just a DJ, and he plays, like, all throwbacks and Y2K club songs. It was fun.
While me and my then boyfriend were at dinner, I think we were actually walking back from our dinner.
You were.
Was when you called me and you were like, I'm freaking out.
Do we give them fake names? So we'll call them Becky and Miranda for now. So they went to a nice dinner.
Yeah, it was Fire and Ice. It was really nice.
Nice place. And me, Becky, Miranda go to this Electric Fields Club, and it was fun. The whole time we were there, I don't think there was any problems until we left, and that's when the problems started because Becky and Miranda don't quite know how to handle their drinks. Like, we get loud, but we're never, like, irresponsible.
No.
You know? So we're there till the end, and, you know, everyone leaves the club at the same time. So there's, like, just college-age students everywhere talking to each other. They're drawing a lot of attention because they're just screaming. They're like, not even, like, they're just super drunk. And I had a few drinks too, but I was trying to be, like, the one, like, all right, everyone, like, herd everyone back towards the hotels. And this big guy immediately pays attention to Becky. And Becky was like, oh my God, like, loving the attention. And I was like, okay. I was just kind of standing by with Miranda, kind of waiting for them to finish talking. And then they do. We leave. I was like, all right, let's go get the Uber. And we start walking down the street. And I thought that was the end of it until we turn the corner and we hear, hey, wait, slow down, from behind us. And I already knew it was the guy. Immediately she's like, it's the guy. And she turns on and runs back to him. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. We need to I'm so overwhelmed. We need to get out of here. So anyway, same thing. The guy, they talk. I think that's when he got her number. Yeah, so we run away again. And this time we turn another corner, and this like ripped dude with his shirt off just flying down the street on a skateboard. And Miranda this time is like, whoa, like that sing. And she gets his attention. And now this dude's all over us. I was talking to him for a second. He was cool, but I was just not into it. Like, and they're both super drunk. Like, they're not even in their right minds.
They can't consent.
No, that's another reason why I was just trying to get everyone out of there and back to the hotel to meet up with her and her boyfriend at the time. And she gets on his skateboard, and they're like, she's like holding her hand going down the street. She's like falling into traffic and like.
And you're not sober.
No,
It
at
was,
this
like,
point.
uncomfortable as hell.
Yeah. He left us alone. It wasn't really a problem, but I was just so annoyed at that point. Oh, by the way, the Uber was being confusing. Like, Boston streets are confusing. The reason we're taking all these turns, he was here and then like, oh, he got confused and he pulled around and now he's over here. Yeah, so the Uber moves and we have to go down this other street. As if it couldn't get any worse. This, I don't know, 15-person fight. Just an all-out, like, brawl happening. I have video of it. I'll put the video in right now.
I've ever seen.
These two, Becky and Miranda, are like egging it on, like borderline like jumping in on the fight. And that's when I called you. Because I'm not trying to get involved, I'm not trying to get beat up. Like,
In a
it wasn't
15-person
yeah.
fight.
None of them were even like the most intimidating dudes ever either, but it's 15 drunk college guys like going at it.
Which is something you'd like to avoid.
Yeah, you would think so. So that's when I called you and I'm like...
You weren't making sense, and I think it was because you were,
I
like,
was
trying to, like...
like, herd them.
Yeah, herd them over. Because everybody was yelling and trying to go all different places. And like we said, these women are, like, drunk as hell. They're tiny women.
Yeah, they are. They're both
You know
very
what I
tiny.
mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you were, like...
Panicking a little bit.
Yeah, you were panicking. You were like, there's a fight. Like, what? And I'm like, what fight? Who's fighting?
I
Like,
think you thought I was in a fight.
I thought you were in a fight.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are you? You have to send me your location. You're like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to get them, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know. I tried to get you to send the location. I don't think you did. I think you were close. So you're like, I'll just see you in a bit. And I was panicked too because I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah. So, okay, yeah. So we get back after the whole, like, fight that I almost got dragged into. We get in the Uber finally, make it back to the hotel, meet up with those two, Brielle and her boyfriend at the time.
Jake is like understandably over it. You literally just went into your bed.
I think I passed out without even realizing it.
So then we're all in the hotel room, we're catching up, whatever. And Becky's like, hey guys, just letting you know, like, I'm gonna go. She was just basically like, I made up my mind. I'm gonna go with this guy because I guess he had been texting her.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna let you go alone. So we're gonna come with you. Me, my boyfriend at the time, Becky, and Miranda. So I was like, all right, but what I will do is go with you. I will take pictures of the license plate and you will send me your location and you're not going anywhere. So we meet up at this park.
Do you remember he was like a big guy too, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a big guy.
Like
Like a hockey player.
3 from what I remember. Yeah.
Also, this man drove here. He was
Yeah.
fucked
Oh, yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Get to this park, we meet him on the bench, we start talking to him. Really awkward. It's really uncomfortable. Everyone's falling all over the place, including this man. We're all just a mess. At one point, I think she said like her mother or something was calling her because she was getting a bad vibe from this guy. I think she kind of like started to understand what was happening a bit more. So she pretended to be on a phone call and she left. She texted me and sent me her location, and it was on the other side of this park, and this is a big park in Boston.
Boston Commons. It's like a huge, massive park.
I tracked her location. I walk to this park, and at this point, the sun is rising, I think, and the sprinkler systems are on.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So she's sitting there, poor thing, on the fucking grass, and I'm like, hey, like, you know, you wanna get up? And she's like, no, I need you to come here. I sit on the wet grass with the sprinkler spraying in my face. You're right? She's like, yeah, I just drank too much. I'm like, okay. And then she throws up, like, right at my feet. Let's get you out of here. And I think I called my boyfriend at the time and I told him, this isn't happening, thank fucking God. Like, can you just try to get away from the guy? I forget what they said. I think they said that you were really struggling, you had to go. He said he understood, he left. When we went to get the Uber, while we were waiting, there was this man. There was a man with a moped.
Oops.
And he had a milk crate at the back of his moped, bungee corded up with like a piece of wood or something on top of it to cover it. Comes around like swerving like fucking a movie, like just like super fast swerves and like and well, not super fast, but super fast for a moped.
Yeah.
And starts talking to us and was like, hey, you want drugs and stuff? And we're like, no, absolutely not. And then Miranda wanted the drugs. So now I'm freaking out because I don't feel safe
Right.
by this moped man at all. But anyways, we had to, after that whole event, we had to place Becky in the Uber, and she fell asleep. And then we finally got back and
Was I still
happily
asleep?
We woke you up later though.
Yeah, I thought so, because I thought I woke up at some point. I think you probably woke me up and told me what happened.
And everybody was saying weird shit in their sleep.
Her boyfriend at the time, in his sleep, was like talking in tongues.
He would do this every night.
Yeah, it was scary. It was like, Miranda was like yodeling or something, or like singing opera in the like super high pitched voice.
Becky was mumbling.
Oh, really?
Miranda was the last one to do something, so we were like, is Miranda actually listening to us talking about how everyone's talking in their sleep?
Their boyfriend started sleepwalking too.
Oh my god.
He was like, and I was the only one awake at that point. Yeah, he started sleepwalking and he goes over to the little dresser and he's like fumbling around in there and he's like, and then he stopped and he stood up really straight. I was pretending to sleep because I was scared. But I was like, had my eyes open a little bit and he was just like just standing there for so long. And then he finally got back in bed.
Yeah, he got out of my bed and like went in an empty bed.
Yeah.
Alright. Sleepwalkers are scary.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when they're like talking.
In
you just
tongues.
talk through them.
Yeah.